You know? Who know? That's how we do it, man. Who know? Yeah.
Welcome to Crime Time News and Entertainment with a Buzz. So the video that you just saw at the start of this is the atypical video that we've seen out there on social media with these young men that claim they are gangsters / swangster, young, dumb, and full of cum, but have zero common sense. Such is the case of a young man that is from York, St. Thomas. His name is 21-year-old AKIEL hails from York, St. Thomas. He was one of those 3 individuals that were taken out in a special operation that took place in a place called TRELAWNY Heights, that is in St. Catherine, in which an ex-notorious, most wanted from St. Catherine, his name is Geddes, he was also taken out. Here's the thing about Mr. Hales. It is said that he was locked up for arson and also other serious crimes. However, like most criminals that seep through the crack in Jamaica judicial system, he was given bail by one of those fully done judges that seems to be throwing some sorts of sympathy party for the most dangerous amongst us. Don't really understand it. However, that is not the part of that story. So based upon the information, it is said that a couple of days ago, the Popo went on some sorts of special operation in a trial, St. Catherine. They were looking for a specific individual. His name is Geddes, the most notorious in a St. Catherine. When they went to the premises in which the information led them, they were greeted by you know what, and then them wheel and pop off and you know what. After the smoke cleared, 3 persons were found clutching to some sorts of tool and clutching to their life. 2 of them did not make it. The 2 identified Mr. Geddes. Him pretty much get fee him cap flip, just like DNG, Dennis and Geddes soda. The next man, AKIEL hails from York, St. Thomas. He was also the next victim. The 3rd individual was unidentified. So when we see videos like these, it seems as if these criminals, wannabe wangsters, don't realize that, listen, the JCF as a special unit, their sole job is to monitor cyberspace and find those who are committing cybercrime. Those that are posing off with all sorts of tools of the illegal type. It is going to pique their curiosity. It is going to make them want to find you, find you, and also destroy you. Especially, bad enough, these people are sending out all sorts of threats, capping, stunting on the enemy. However, in the case of Mr. 21-year-old AKIEL Hales, he was telling the Popo in that video that, yeah, I have a couple of these rounds reserved for the Popo. He was pretty much insinuating that he was going to take them out. However, people, like the saying goes, he who laughs last laughs best. And whenever we challenge the Popo, we know the results. And people, that result stayed true to form. Because at the end of the day, Mr. Hales, Mr. Geddes, and the next unidentified individual were taken out for challenging the Popo in a some sorts of pie up, point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, there's a saying that goes something like this: karma has 0 expiration dates. Sometimes it is swift, sometimes it is slow. However, in this case, karma was instantaneously, meaning right on the spot. I am speaking about 2 individuals ride up on some sorts of yang at a place called Studio One, whether a road or boulevard. Me no know, me never get that information. It is said that they were on some sorts of mission to take out a target. Upon spotting the target like spot a lion, the pillion jump off of the bike. His friend was supposed to wait on him. However, when him jump off and think that he was going to approach the target, it seems as if the target spot him out like a hawk. It is said that there was some sort of chase. The hitman versus the target. Run him down, GUN him down. The unfortunate thing for the hitman is that when him run down the man at a distance, he was not in plain view of the person that is having or was riding the getaway bike. When he came around the corner looking for that person, he realized that that man had left. Him a wonder, him a ponder to himself. Then I whisper at him gone. When he make a check and realize there was the popo in plain view, apparently the popo heard the pie out, roll up on the scene where the bike had the getaway bike rider was. Him take off himself. When the popo spot him with the tool in him hand, you know the script, some sorts of chase ensued. Him turn around and pie off of the popo. You know the rest of the script. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So the popo reacted, wheel and pop off some can, blaze at his direction on Lincoln Road. His bid to escape was an exercise in futility. He was taken out, fatally arrested. After the smoke cleared, it is also said that at least 5 persons total were conned up. This individual, being the SHOOTER, was one of those victims of the afterlife. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, for all of you beggy people come from Jamaica that always calling your family in a foreign and I say, you know, say, my bills due. You know, say, them are gonna lock off my lights. You know, say, the pitney them don't have no food. You know, say, me need my nails done. You know, say, me need Gucci and Versace. Remember, a lot of people leave from Jamaica. When them reach a foreign, the struggle is even worse. Yes, it might end up good eventually in the long term. However, you don't know what people go through in their daily living. The way that they make money, the amount of stress that is on them. Yes, you might see them with a nice car, and yes, they might live in a nice place, apartment, whatever the case is. But sometimes they are living hand to mouth. They are living paycheck to paycheck. And what is even worse, not only are they not properly compensated, even in a cases when they are properly compensated, when you talk about the rewards versus the ish that you have to go through, sometimes it is not worth it. However, they still try. I am going to let you take a listen to what a caregiver that works in America has to say, the type of ish she puts up with her clients. And then I am going to give my piece.
Yeah, guys, I'm making this video because I just abandoned my client. You understand? Because guess what? They're very disrespectful, and I didn't come into this country for anybody to be disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to allow people to take advantage of me. A lot of the times we talk about abuse of the elderly, but a lot of the times we're not also focusing on the abuse of the HHA, who's taking care of the elderly, who the family think is suddenly their helper, and they want to speak down to you and treat you any kind of way. You understand what I'm saying? This woman spitting on me, and them something the people, her husband want to make some sexual proposals to me, and them type of altar or something there. Understand what I'm saying? And have the nerve to come tell me, but I don't come from nowhere. I don't come from nowhere, really. Back home in Jamaica, darling, you and my grandmother is the same age, and guess what? She get up and she do her duties. Them her body strong because she eat healthy. She ain't need no HHA, darling. You understand? And back home in Jamaica, we don't let people take care of our babies and people take care of our old elderly people. You understand? Because the principle is that the family takes care of the elder people. So when the next time I tell me that I don't know where I come.
Now, people, there's a saying that goes something like this. If you go under the foul cub, the foul them are go ish by you. This is what a lot of persons face in their daily job in any first world country when they are some sorts of caregiver. You know that a lot of these places, they are RACIST. So therefore, from the jump start, them not like our kind, but the facts are these, them can't get for them kind, for take care of them and put up with the BS, especially at that BS rate, meaning the payment you are not properly compensated. Them want to take all sorts of step with you, meaning verbal, even physical, ABUSE. People want to put them little teal in your mouth. People are look for SEX from these young ladies. And if you don't give in, which most probably don't, then you are going to lose your job, especially if you are there illegal and don't have no paperwork. You will have to put up with more ish. So therefore, sometimes some of these people allow it so that they can pay their bills. I am no sort of judge, because like me say, you can't talk for people unless you're in their shoes. So people, just to give you an idea what persons are going through, this is not an isolated incident. This is more the norm rather than the exception. Point blank and period.
Yeah, man. War in a Babylon. I feel everything, you know. Yeah, man. Listen, sir. Go out the bomb buckler. You go out there, sir. Go out there, sir. Go in there, yeah. Go in there, yeah. Better not fling the stone down, man. The people. Go in there, yeah. Go in there, yeah. Go in there, yeah. Go in there, yeah. Go in, stay in your yard. Stay in your yard. Stay in your yard. Stay in your yard. Yeah, me have video it. Everything me have video. Me not have video you. Me have video everything. Me have video everything. Me not have video you special. And me alone have video everybody. So me not have video him. Me have video him. Me video him. From me have video him.
Yeah, video him.
From so. And that's how me come down here. Ricky, go up the road. Ricky, go in your yard. Just go in your yard. Go in your yard, Ricky. Ricky, go in your yard. Just please, me I beg you. Don't argue. Just go in the yard. Go in the yard. The devil is strong. Go in the yard. Go in the yard. Go in the yard. Just stay in the yard, man. You see me?
So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called "The Devil Always Finds Work for Idlers." The video that you just saw with two young men in some sorts of contention. One of them named Sugar, the next one is called Ricky. It is said to have been taking place in a place called Paisley Road, that is off SLAPWEH Road, that is close to Crossroad, I think. Now people, why do you think you see this on a daily basis? There's a thing that is called misery loves company. Whenever you live in a certain environment, whenever your economics is not as good as it is supposed to be, then you're probably not contented. So therefore, when you're not contented, you get frustrated and you need to unleash that frustration on somebody. So therefore, persons are just itching. The devil is just tickling them. The devil is on their shoulder and he is telling them, listen, go do this to the one there. Go do this to the one there over there, sir. Don't make nobody talk to you like that. Don't make anybody disrespect you. So it is always about show and prove. And then what is even worse, the like-minded people in the vicinity, they are going to boost you up. They are less likely to part any sorts of contention. They want to see it go to the fullest extent. And then they themselves are going to say, look how Sugar fool, look how Ricky fool. Now one of them gone and one of them in the big yard. People, please do not let it get to that. People, please to refrain from any sorts of violence as the only solution. But then again, when you're dark, dunce, and ignorant, that is usually the outcome. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called "Another 4 Bites the Dust Unnecessarily." I am speaking about a DEADLY crash that took place on the Bracco Main Road that is in Trelawney. That place seems as if it is cursed. However, the curse is stupidity, impatience, fully dance, mad bad out of hell syndrome. About 8 persons were in that vehicle. It is said that that is supposed to be a 7-person vehicle. So therefore, that is a violation right there from the top of the box. The persons that lost their life, the driver himself, Marlon Lyons, he is from Trelawney. The next person, 32-year-old Sabrina Downing, she is from Discovery Bay. The third person, 39-year-old Judy Levy, she is from Brownstown. Last but not least on that list, Anthony Walters, he is from St. Anne. Based on the Popo report, speeding was the cause. The driver was dilly and dallying with that pro box. Bob and weave through the traffic, end up in a hospital trolley under some sorts of truck. Based on the videos and pictures that were out there, the vehicle was pretty much halfway under. It was only the back seat that was spared. Everything in the front seat, engine included, becomes one. The people at the back, you know, say on the impact, them also fly, lick up in all sorts of metal, all sorts of teeth, all sorts of BLOOD up. It was a mangled mess. It was full of all sorts of red stuff. Now, people, here's the thing. This driver, that was not even his route. I guess he realized and saw demand and supply, noticed that a lot of persons were waiting, so therefore he decided that he was going to breach the road code. Unfortunately for 8 individuals, this ride from hell to hell end up in a screeching halt under some sorts of truck transporting some sorts of stuff. At the end, 4 people did not make it. 4 other persons were battling for life. All of this could have been easily avoided. Do not understand these people, how them just sit down in the vehicle like some sorts of bobblehead doll and just let this driver take them on all sorts of madness. Nobody says anything. Nobody says to the driver, listen, where do AKIEL try to kill us off? And people, that is exactly what he did, unfortunately. So now, this man gone, other family members will have to plan some sorts of final send-off for their family members, and then the others battling for life. All because of impatience, all because for a little few bucks. It makes no sorts of sense. The buck stops right here. DEATH, point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. And last but not least, please subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source. I'll be pinning the link to that channel in the description of this video. Bless up.